Hey, what's up guys, Andy here, and today we are finally doing my favorite villains list, and it's only going to be 5, and they're not all my favorites. There is going to be a part 2 somewhere down the road, but for now these are 5 that I could think of, and I wanted to get this video out, so let's jump into it.
Back from the dead.
So for number 5, I have to explain to you all that these aren't all technically villains. There are some kind of exceptions, such as Stain. Now, Stain is one of my favorite characters from My Hero Academia, not only because of his ideology, literally changing the entire story as we see it, but he's also got a very cool character design and, his quirkiness. We find out in Vigilantes that he actually cut off his nose because he felt like he had to, give some sort of, repercussions to himself for what he's done. So it was really cool to see that, but he's overall a really cool villain, and even though he's only a villain for, most people wouldn't even see him as a villain, to be honest, but I see him as kind of like that stepping stone for the characters to be like, there are, other people out here that can kill us, and these, bad guys are crazy. So I just feel like he's a really cool character in that sense, plus he literally changed the whole landscape of My Hero Academia. Moving into number 4, we head to One Piece with Rob Lucci, the CP9, now CP0 member, who literally, his design is the reason why I absolutely love him so much. His character has so much, detail compared to, some of the other characters in the CP9, and, when I first saw him, I thought he was amazing looking, and I was hoping they were going to do something with him, which they ended up doing. He is a bad guy, but we don't know if he's going to be bad for long. I mean, we don't know if maybe, they're going against the world government now, or if, he's still just the dog that, he's always been due to his upbringing. One thing I don't really like about him, I don't like his devil fruit. I wish it wasn't a zone. I wish he had some sort of paramecia. I feel like it would play into his character a little bit more. Of course, the carnivorous zone, that does make, kind of sense on why he's so bloodthirsty and everything. But overall, he's just a really cool character, and I love his design a lot. So that's why he's on this list. Number 3 heads into Naruto Shippuden, and we have Deidara. Now, you can say everything you want about Deidara's character, how he was misutilized and pretty much failed everything he was trying to accomplish, other than, kind of capping Gaara. He's a really cool character in the sense that I love his jutsu and his design. Now, everything else about him kind of lacks. His personality is really fun, though, because he sticks with that whole art shtick, I should say, and it's, really fun to see him. Of course, I like all of the really, besides maybe 1 or 2, I like all of the Akatsuki members, and he's just my favorite of the Akatsuki besides Itachi. But I didn't want to add Itachi on here because even though Itachi appeared to be a villain, he wasn't a villain. Stain, he did villainous deeds, so yeah, I get it, but he had his own method, which was bad, but Itachi didn't have that. He was all doing it to protect someone. So I don't know, I just like Deidara's jutsu and personality, so much out of the series. That's why he's on this list, but let's go ahead and move on. Number 2, we're heading to Noragami with Bishamon. Now, Bishamon's character, the reason why she's on this list isn't because of her dirty deeds and she's necessarily a bad person. She's just trying to protect her family and what she sees fit. And we come to find out the whole story later on, but in the beginning, she's presented as someone who just wants to kill Yato. And we get the whole thing, with her in her backstory of how Yato had to kill her quote-unquote family, and this made her just such a better character just for that. And it's just one of those things to where I fell in love with her character. Noragami is still by far one of my favorite series I've ever watched, and it's Alex's favorite series, so it's just one of those things. I really did enjoy it, and I enjoyed her character a lot more than I ever thought I would in the beginning when she was first introduced. But her whole shtick, I've been using that word a lot. Her whole thing is just, you know, her trying to protect her family, so that's why she's here. And for number one, even though I just kind of put these in an order to have it, is from Fairy Tail, and it's Gajeel. Now, Gajeel's character is not my favorite in Fairy Tail, although he is my favorite villain. And if you want to argue if he's a villain or not, he literally damn near crucified Levi. He is a villain. He was a villain. He was a double agent for Fairy Tail in the long run. But at the beginning in Phantom Lord, he was a villain. And so I just love how his character has turned out and progressed over the series. He became the badass to the funny, cool guy. And now he's got literally my favorite ship in all of anime, which is him and Levi. If you don't like him, you don't like him, but he's a funny character, he's a badass, and he's got a cool romance. So anyway, though, guys, that was my list. I know you're probably not going to agree with all of it, because I did miss a lot of villains out on here, don't get me wrong. I just kind of wanted to throw this one together, and we'll do a part 2 later on down the road somewhere. But for now, if you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you all next time. Peace out.
Take a moment right here, feeling like it's out gear. Driving towards the sun with a rose and a gun. Feel the wind in my hair, going on